What does it mean when you say to share? I'm not trying to be ignorant. Are you saying if perhaps he is just having some casual encounter and then is that what you're thinking, or what were you meaning when you said that?
Yeah, like,
Okay.
honestly, yeah, I do wonder, I don't want to know if I'm sharing. I hope I'm not. I really hope I'm not. But, I mean, obviously, if he was having some relationship with someone else, I would leave. There's no doubts about it.
But you and I agree on that. And that's why I wanted to bring it up is like, if it was like a share and it was like you didn't know about it and it was like a one-time thing, that's something. But if it was an emotional connection and a relationship, then that's a hell no, and I'm gone.
I think the whole thing, and I really appreciate you guys bringing it up and, chatting to me about it, but it is really anxiety provoking, right? It keeps me on my toes because I don't want to be in that position or even know if I am sharing. I don't think I am. But, it's the risk is there. The risk is there. So if I start dropping my game and what have you, it is there. And not everyone's going to agree with me. So many people are going to be watching this thinking, why are you with him? Why are you with him? But actually, I would rather be with this man than a man that has no direction in life and isn't attractive to me. That's it.
Again, Janelle and Tallulah, very, very open and honest. They're saying, look, I don't want to have to share this guy. My response to that is, listen, we say this all the time, and women are not going to like to hear this, but a lot of people say if he loves you, he won't cheat on you. No. If he loves you, he will not let you find out that you are sharing him with other women.
Correct.
What are some things that you do to increase the odds of not having to share him sexually with another woman?
Honestly, I don't think most men cheat or stray unless they're super high value. There's reasons why men cheat. It's always he's a dog, but then you hear the other side of the story. If you were to talk to him one-on-one in private, he's like, look, my wife wasn't sleeping with me for a year, or my wife put on 150 pounds, right? So there's your standard womanizer, right? So well, it's true. So you have your standard womanizer, but then there's the guy who's not getting any, or his wife didn't care to stay attractive to him. And that honestly breaks a guy's heart. They're a little bit Disney-ish. They know we're going to get older. They know we're going to get wrinkles. But when you show up with an additional human in weight, that's when they're like, yo, she plays.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't care that I even want to sleep with her. And then that's also kind of the way that society sort of puts male sexuality in a bad light. Because let's do the inverse, right? Let's say a guy gained 150 pounds and his wife didn't want to sleep with him.
Okay.
Right. And that would be okay. But then when it's male sexuality focused, and healthy male sexuality is necessary, right? And you can maintain it at 50 for those of you who are wondering.
Ooh, very, very
good. Those are my thoughts on men who stray. I stay intimately connected with my man. I try not to be a headache and keep it at that.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Pearl, you had something to say about the sharing thing. What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I will say that when you date, my ex-boyfriend was very famous on TikTok. It's not, but
hey man, famous fame, dude.
I don't people always argue with me. Sorry, people always argue with me when I say that. So they'll be like, oh, it's good TikTok, yeah. And what people don't realize is that oh my gosh, it's not fun to have girls in your guys' DMs all the times. And I don't think a lot of times girls want these high value guys and they want these guys that are famous or whatever. But I'm telling you, now that I've been with a guy that's at that level of fame, I don't know if I would pick it again, to be honest. Wow. Because it's not fun.
Janelle, I heard you huffing and puffing. What's going on with you guys in the DMs? That kind of triggered you.
It's not even and I've been in that position where you where Pearlie's been when I was her age. But I'm talking about, he's not even famous. My guy's not even famous. You don't even have to be famous. You just have to be a high value guy, say basketball player, has, makes a decent living. I know there's girls always in his DM. And what was annoying is when I would always bring it up, he'd be like, why do you even talk about it? Like, he's like, you know, of course that's happening, but I don't give him the time of day, you know? So it's like, you know, it's happening. It's kind of like the elephant in the room. You know, it's there, but just leave it there. Cause the more you stir it up, the more of an issue it's really going to be. And, but it's not fun. You're right. It's not fun. Well, you have to be strong enough woman to hang.
Like that's like my point is really just like I don't think a lot of people know what comes with it. Yes. And like I don't think a lot like people think you can have everything and you can't. Right. You can't have like a guy that's at a certain level and a certain value and not know that there's going to be options.
I think options, listen, man, and this is what I tell men on my side is you cannot be if you're a man with options, it's going to be obvious because of the way you are, the way people the way both men and women react when they are around you. This is just how it is. A man should never say, you know, I could be with a younger, hotter, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. No. That's, I mean, listen, whether that's true or not, that just comes off. And listen, I've done that before. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm Mr. Captain fucking Red Pill alpha male 100% of the time.
Demonstrate, don't explicate.
There it is. In the words of Roland Tomasi, demonstrate, don't explicate. If you have options, trust me, your woman will know that you have options. Let's go back around this panel. Let's start with Janelle.
Can I answer that one?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about Deb because I thought it would be obvious. So how do you feel about this whole sharing thing? What are your thoughts? Because your boy here, I don't know that you know this, but your boy here is I'm high value. I'm an alpha male. I've got a 15-inch cock. The bitches want your boy. Niggas out there want to be with your. No, I'm just kidding. But go ahead. What are your thoughts?
I love Devin's face.
Well, coming from the point of view of a post-wall 4.
Here we go.
Yeah. You know, I think the jealousy thing and is really never going to go away. You want to see me get a little bristly, have Donovan tell me he's going to Miami without me. You know, like all of a sudden I'm like,
it is what it is.
It is, you know, what it is. I mean, but I don't know. I think that with age and also the time that you spend together, you learn to just kind of figure out that those feelings aren't really that important.
Why? Why not?
Because I can either be a jealous, crazy person, or I can just trust that you're going to do the right thing for our relationship. And now, if you're going to cheat on me, hopefully I'll never know. That's what I'm hoping you care enough about me that I never find out. Yeah. You know, because no woman wants that rubbed in their face and then they're forced between a rock and a hard place.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. But you know, as you get older too, you tend to become like a little bit less insecure and less like, caring about what other people think, and more about just saying, okay, I'm going to focus on what I bring to the table as far as like what is he getting from me that he can't get from anybody else, and hopefully that's enough to keep him around. I mean, you know, there are always going to be younger, hotter, more beautiful, smarter, prettier, whatever women out there, but considering how long we've been together and all of that we've been through too, I think that says a lot for us. So
are you trying to tell me that you're not worried about?
I am extremely worried about it, but
catching that flight down to Miami.
But here. I do have a level of confidence where sure. You know, when like names pop up, you know, whatever, like who's this Janelle, who's Tallulah, who's, you know, who are all these female names that I, you know, like I have enough confidence in myself and in you to say, okay, I'm not going to question him. It'll come out if it needs to come out. So, you know, and I think that it's a combination of being confident and also, but not being complacent. So there are some women who just get super confident. Oh, my man would never do this, blah, blah. And then they can act like they're whatever they want to, because they get like lackadaisical in their relationship. Whereas you can be, you can still have confidence in your man, but still also be socially aware of what's going on around, and that it's always going to be a competitive environment. So the day that you stop competing is the day you're probably going to lose his attention.
So you said you're good with names like Janelle and Allie and Pearl and Tallulah popping up. What about Caitlin?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Listen. What Dev said is, I agree with her 100%. Yes, she's put in the work to secure her slot. But guess what? The rent is due every day. All right. Yeah. We're not on a 1-year lease. Dev, I love you to death, but this ain't no long-term lease. That payment is due every day. Some days the payment's going to come a little bit late. Some days the payment, listen, you're not going to be on point all the time, every time. But the fact is that you know that I could replace you just like that if I wanted to. And this is not being disrespectful. This is how it is. This helps her to continue to be attracted to me, and it helps keep her on her toes. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. By the same token, I can't just be like that and just slack off. No. I got to take it to the limit every fucking day. I got to push myself physically, mentally, financially, and motivate myself to keep this value that I have. Otherwise, Dev is going to start to get bored and, dare I say, maybe even unattracted to me at some point. So if you want options, gentlemen, you have to present yourself as a man with options. This means keeping your value high.
And there's a reason why they say relationships are work. It takes an effort on both parts. You can't take it for granted that someone's always going to be loyal to you,
sure,
or maintain fidelity when you're slacking off and really like acting like you don't care half the time.
That's right.